Little ones, it's time for a new adventure with Lila and her best friend, Snowy. Let's go! Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a sweet girl named Lila. She wore a red bow in her hair and always smiled. Her best friend was a fluffy white rabbit named Snowy. One sunny morning, Lila and Snowy packed a tiny basket and tiptoed into the magical forest to play. The forest glowed with peace as Lila, Snowy, and their new animal friends sat together, sharing berries and soft giggles. As they walked under tall trees and soft sunbeams, they heard a rustle. It was a chubby squirrel nibbling on a nut. Then a cheerful deer peeked through the bushes, and a sleepy bear waved from behind a tree stump. "Hello," said Lila kindly. The forest animals gathered around, happy to meet such gentle new friends. They all danced together through wildflower fields, where butterflies fluttered and bees buzzed softly. Lila picked colorful flowers, daisies, tulips, and bluebells, placing them gently in her basket. Snowy found the prettiest petals, and the squirrel helped arrange them. Even the bear wore a daisy crown. The happy friends played until the sun began to set, painting the sky in pink and orange. "We'll come back tomorrow," whispered Lila. The forest smiled, and the animals waved goodbye as the girl and her bunny skipped home, hearts full of joy. Then do not forget to give us a like and subscribe, so you won't miss any new adventures of Lily and her friends. Bye for now. And that's the end of today's story. Did you like it? This is Lila and her pet rabbit Snowy. They live in a little house in the countryside. One day, Lila and Snowy decided to go to the forest nearby to pick some flowers. So they packed a tiny basket and went on their way. Who's in there? Peeking from behind a tree was a chubby squirrel. From behind the bushes peeked a pair of curious eyes. From behind a tree stump waved a large furry head. They chased each other through the tall grasses, where beautiful butterflies fluttered and busy bees buzzed softly from flower to flower. It was a sleepy bear. "Are you too lost?" he asked in a gruff but gentle voice. "No, we're on our way home," said Lila. And seeing that they were indeed just passing through, the bear lumbered off to his favorite spot to take a nap. It was a cheerful deer. "Well, hello there," she said with a friendly nod. "Where are you two going?" "Just picking some flowers for a nice lady in our village," replied Lila, and picking a handful of daisies, tulips, and bluebells. She placed them gently in her basket. He pushed aside the leaves to reveal the prettiest petals. "Oh, they're so pretty," Lila exclaimed, and the squirrel, who had been watching from above, said, "Let me help you arrange them." And before long, they were all sat together, making daisy crowns and berry necklaces. Even the bear joined in, wearing a daisy crown and a berry necklace. And the deer, feeling very kind, offered to show them a lovely field of wildflowers nearby. Lila, Snowy, and their new animal friends sat together on a nearby stone. They shared their berries and giggled as they watched the sunset over the tall trees. "Hello," he said with a start. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you." The forest smiled, and the animals waved goodbye as the girl and her bunny skipped home. Their hearts filled with joy, said Lila kindly. "I'm just going to gather some flowers," she added with a smile. And the squirrel, feeling a bit shy, scampered up the tree. As they walked under the tall trees and soft sunbeams, they heard a rustle. Then, as they walked on, they heard a gentle hello. As they walked deeper into the woods, they heard a loud "Hey, there!" Soon they arrived at the wildflower field. Lila, Snowy, the deer, and the squirrel played all afternoon. And then Lila stopped to admire a patch of bluebells. "Oh, they're so pretty," she thought. Then suddenly, "Hey, look," said Snowy, trotting over to a nearby bush. But soon, it was time to say goodbye. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, the forest glowed with a peaceful light. "We'll come back tomorrow," whispered Lila, stroking Snowy's soft fur. The end.